praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And I was wanted to get into this lesson. I was watching the video. This video was put up here by his brother Haran, or Harwan, however you would like to say it, or really how it should be said. But anyway, it says Lightbringer 144K. That's the channel right there. Subscribe and be edified. Now in this clip, it's basically a prank, right? It says, and I'll leave the link to this video in the description box. But it's basically a prank that this dude plays on his family, where they play the emergency broadcast system, and they play the audio of matter of fact, let me just play it.
Prank on the family.
It's all about Russia. He wants to bomb. I mean, ask notification man. Little Potman, what his name? Russian. I can't say his name. Yeah. They was talking about it last night.
Putin?
Yeah, he wants to bomb America.
The emergency alert has been activated. This is a national emergency. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. Important instructions vital to your safety will follow.
Shut up. What the whole hell? He wants to bomb here. He wants to set off a nuclear bomb here in America.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. The United States has been subjected to the nuclear...
I told y'all he was talking about it last night.
Aerospace Defense Command has detected the launch of 12 nuclear missiles aimed towards the mainland United States. 4 of the 12 missiles launched have been intercepted. The 8 remaining nuclear missiles will strike the following locations in the next 15 to 20 minutes.
Are you serious? Oh my God.
Chicago, Houston.
Oh my God. Right now it's oh my God, right? But in any case, the point is, very soon it's not gonna be a prank, right? And these emojis are not gonna be there anymore. It's not gonna be laughing with tears. It's gonna be crying with tears, right? Now, let's say that was a real event. Where are they gonna go? She got up quick. She started walking to the other. Where are you going to go? Matter of fact, that might be the title of this lesson. Where are you going to go? When you hear on the emerge, you gonna have the time's gonna come. You're gonna have some individuals all hipped up, just chilling, whatever situation they're in, and they're gonna hear that broadcast. Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go to your cousin's house, your auntie? You gonna hide under the couch? Nuclear missile, you're not escaping a nuclear missile, and you're damn sure not escaping the ones that understand that according to prophecy, right? You got people that don't believe in prophecy. They don't believe in the scriptures. They don't believe what we tell them, right? For those of you that don't believe the scriptures, we're warning you, according to the Bible, that World War III is coming. Okay? So you may not believe what we're telling you, but when that war goes nuclear and those missiles start flying, you're pretty much done, because not only are the things we've been prophesying to you real, but in addition to that, the continuation of the prophecy is that the whole land of North America will be destroyed. So then comes the question, where are you going to go? Right? And at that point, it's not going to be, jokes and yada yada. Everybody's going to be serious at that point. Right? They're going to be getting up, stressed, heart beating, sweating, looking around, not knowing what to do. That's about to be a very, very scary reality for a lot of people. And you're going to understand there's going to be no way out. Literally, you're going to be at the complete mercy. All of us are going to be at the complete mercy of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. The same power that the majority of you are disrespecting, are not taking heed to, are disregarding. And the same power said, guess what? You don't take heed to my words, you don't listen to my prophets, there's going to be hell to pay. So, let's go through a few precepts here because all the game playing is going to stop very soon when judgment starts going out, and it's going to be hell on top of hell because you're going to go through Jacob's trouble thinking, damn, I can't possibly get any worse than this. And then it will get worse. And then it will keep getting worse. And it won't stop getting worse. This is Isaiah chapter 46, verse 9. It says, remember the former things of old, for I am God, and there is none else. I am God, and there is none like me. All right, and this is dealing with the Most High. Let's see what the word is there. I'm sure it should be Allah or Allahayim. Yeah, Allah, which is a power. All right. And the Most High is a power, but he is not just a power. He is the highest power, right? Because the angels are also powers. They're also Allahayim, right? But the Most High is the Most High God. But in any case, what does it say? It says, verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. So the end has already been declared by the Most High. Let's look up the word declare. Okay, what does that word mean? Declare. All right, now God, we have here, says to be conspicuous, to tell, to make known, to inform of. Okay, messenger. So how does the Most High declare the end from the beginning? He gives out his word, and in the sense of to the world, he sends his prophets. That's why the job of a prophet, right, and Nabaya, Nabaya is to prophesy, Naba, just to say what the future is, because the Lord has revealed his secrets unto us pursuant to Amos 3 and 7, and so we are to go and to warn the people. You gotta consider these things, right? Because when you're being warned of something, especially something that hasn't happened yet, but you're being warned that it's speedily on the way, you got to stop and think, well, how do you know? Well, we know because we know. But in any case, according to scriptures, man. So the end, and what's an example of the end? The destruction of America, the collapse of this financial system, the declaration of martial law, the famines, the pestilence, the chaos that's going to kill and destroy a lot of people. Men, women, children. Ezekiel, the 9th chapter and the 5th verse on down goes into that. It says, and from the ancient times, the things that are not yet done. So we know the things that are going to happen that are not yet done. Because just because something is not yet done doesn't mean that it doesn't exist or it's not written. Because that's exactly what it is. The things that are to happen in the future, right? What do they go according to? What are they based on? Things don't just up and happen. Something is about to happen. It goes according to it follows a pattern, a blueprint. It follows something. Okay, this is not the Big Bang Theory madness. Oh, poof, you collide, boom, boom, boom. You got everything: people, zebras, lions, gazelles. No, everything follows an order. So the future is based on a script. It's based on certain events that have already been decided to happen. Okay? So that's how the Most High is able to declare the things that are not yet done, because he knows what those things are going to be. Put it like this, right? What's a good example? If I have a plan or an idea in my mind, right, of something that I'm gonna make happen, then even though it hasn't happened yet, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, right? If I say, for example, I'm gonna go to the store today, I haven't actually gone to the store, but going to the store exists in my head because it's something I'm gonna do. So a future event is gonna be based on the plan that I have in my head. My plan is I'm gonna go to the store. So even though it's in the morning and it hasn't happened yet, it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen according to what I'm thinking in my head, which is that I'm gonna go to the store. And then come 3 o'clock, I go to the store. So whatever it is that I just did was based on what plan I had in my mind. It didn't just happen randomly. I didn't just spontaneously boom. So it's the same thing, but on a higher level, things don't just spontaneously happen. They happen according to the mind of the Lord. And one of those things, or part of those things, is the destruction of this place and the judgment, all right, the great judgment to come, aka Jacob's trouble. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and I'm just going to want to go to the point. This is the 3rd chapter. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time." All right, meaning that the prophecies and the visions that were written of the things to happen are yet for an appointed time. So they were showed to the prophets, okay, but what the prophets were shown were things that would happen at a set specific time in the future. Now, some of those things have already happened, speaking from our standpoint, in the past, and some of those things are yet to happen. It says, "But at the end it shall speak and not lie." So the vision is gonna be fulfilled exactly as it was seen. "Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." So why are all these things happening in the world today? Because the vision is speaking. The prophecies are being fulfilled. Why are these Christians and these your vocab Malone and all these, now all the attention is coming over here? Why is that? Because it's according to prophecy. We're not shocked. We're not spooked because we expected this to happen. Once again, according to prophecy. Okay, so prophecy always wins. Why? Because prophecy is the word of the Lord, and the word of the Lord doesn't come back void. So prophecy always wins. So you either jump on the wave or you drown. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 15. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." Right. So we know that not only are they evil in a physical sense, but also in a spiritual sense, right? Because you're gonna have certain events take place, and you need to be alert. You need to watch, because judgment is going out left and right. So you got to watch your surroundings. You got to watch your interactions, who you are around, what you're saying, how you're saying it, controlling yourself. But also you have to be circumspect in the spirit, as I believe it was the Apostle Paul who said that, "Let us examine ourselves daily whether we be in the faith." You have to examine yourself and be circumspect in the spirit, because not only are the days are evil in the flesh, but they're also evil in the spirit. In that you have spirits out here. Let me give you an example. In the flesh, there are certain dangers that affect your flesh. Somebody could pull out a gun. Somebody could pull out a knife, try to stab you. Somebody can try to punch you in the face. A dog could try to bite you. These are all threats to your flesh. But what about the threats to your spirit? Likewise, as you have threats to the flesh, you have threats to the spirit. Somebody could try to punch you in the face. That's a threat. A dog could try to bite you. That's a threat. But in the spirit, demons could try to plague you. They could try to bug your mind out. They could try to, put another spirit upon you. Those are all threats to your spirit as well. So now, in real life, if you see a wild ass dog that looks like that dog looks like it's walking the owner instead, and the owner can't even control it, you say, well, those teeth look very sharp, and the drool coming from his mouth, I don't think I want to take that risk. Let me cross the street. All right? Let me act like I left something in my car and go back there, or let me just cross the street, or do something of that sort. So you would do that because you're guarding your flesh. You're not trying to run the risk of having this wild animal just see your ass and say, "Oh, that's food." And now you in the hospital because a dog thought you were food, and now you did become food, right? You don't want that. So you know what? Let me. Somebody pulls out a gun and starts shooting, you duck, because you're protecting yourself in the physical. Well, you gotta examine these things in the spiritual as well. What would be a spiritual example of crossing the street when you see a dog coming, right? or ducking when a gun gets shot, but in the spiritual sense. Because just as you have threats to your body, you have threats to your spirit. You have the evil spirits that are sent around that are gonna try to attack you in the spirit, that are trying to take you, out of the righteous spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and into a different kind of spirit. And you got to be circumspect on that aspect as well. As the Lord told Peter, Satan hath desired to sift you. So there could also be events that look physical on the first appearance, but are really meant to target and attack your spirit. A dog could bite you, that's your flesh. A woman could seduce you, that's coming for your spirit. A dog bites you, you get a wound, you get a scar, it heals, you move on. A married woman causes you to commit adultery. That is an attack on your spirit. You know why? Because she needs to break your spiritual defenses. She needs to attack your will to do what's right. She needs to get into your mind and break your spiritual will to say, I'm not going to commit adultery because I'm going to follow the laws of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to the best of my ability. I'm going to stay in the spirit and do what's pleasing to the Lord. The flesh is not going to discern that. My spirit is what's going to do it. But if you allow her to be successful in that attack, that is an attack on your spirit, one that could be detrimental to your salvation. So you need to guard. You need to guard your spirit. So you see a situation like that, you disassociate yourself. Okay? You used to have a drinking problem or whatever, and then you get an invite from your homeboys in the world telling you, oh yeah, we going to this party, bro. It's gonna be mad drinks and women and all that. Let's go have fun. Now you think about it. What happens if you do this? Well, or maybe I should use an example that's maybe more pork. They try to seduce your ass to eat some abominable food. Or something that causes you to breaks your will in the spirit to stand up for what's right. Those are attacks on your spirit, and you need to defend against those. Okay, moving on. Wow, look at that. Let's read this, right? Verse 17, it says, "Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is." See? And once you understand the will of the Lord, you'll be fine. You'll know, okay, this is the will of the Lord. Now I understand why I was swimming against the currents. Right? I wasn't going with the flow. I was trying to swim against the current, and that's why I kept getting crushed. Now I understand the will of the Lord, and if I go with the will of the Lord, see, this ain't a if you can't beat him, join him. It ain't a if. You can't beat the Lord. So what do? You join. You join right away. Okay? It says, "And be not drunk with wine wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit." All right, moving on. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "Finally, brethren, pray for us, that the word of the Lord may have free course and be glorified, even as it is with you, and that we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men, for all men have not faith." See that? That's a key distinction right there. All men have not faith, because faith is a gift, and that gift wasn't given to all men. Now, some men can make it look like they have faith, but that's not what determines whether they actually have faith or not. And this is why you're going to have individuals that fall out, that turn their back on the plow, that turn their back on the Lord. And you're wondering in your head, how? I thought this person was one. That's why the Apostle John said if they went out from us because they were not of us. Right? Because though they were moving as though they had faith, and it seemed as though they did, maybe they weren't given the gift of faith. And so it came a point where they couldn't do it. Where they needed faith in order to cross that bridge, that faith was supposed to be that bridge, they didn't have it. And for some, their faith is small. So they're given a small amount. Instead of growing it shrinks, they regress, they go back, and then they fall. Right? But for all men have not faith. See, so there are some that have been gifted with faith and some that have not. But those of us, Lord willing, who have been gifted with that faith, we have to guard it. Okay, verse 3 says, "But the Lord is faithful, who shall establish you and keep you from evil. And we have confidence in the Lord touching you, that ye both do the and will do the things which we command you. And the Lord direct your hearts into the love of God and into the patient waiting of Hamashiach." Okay, and that's what we're doing as well. We're patiently waiting for the Lord. But waiting for the Lord doesn't mean that you're just sitting on your ass not doing anything. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6, it says, "Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you." Right? So, you let it go, let it go. The Most High don't let things go. Now, when you let it go into the hands of the Lord and let Him take care of it. Okay? See, you think about King David when thinking the individual's name was Nabal, and he was being a real jerk. And King David was really pissed off and ready to go slay him and all the men over there, right? But Abigail, Nabal's wife, came and basically pacified David, speaking wise words, right? And he calmed down. Now, David, we know, was a man after the Lord's heart. He was a righteous man, right? But just because he was a righteous man doesn't mean that the act that he was going to do was going to be righteous. He was going to do that out of his anger. And that's why the Lord put the spirit on Abigail to come and pacify him, lest he go off. Okay? Nevertheless, he let it be. And what happened? The Lord recompensed that tribulation upon Nabal for troubling David and them, for being a demon. And the Lord ended up taking out Nabal. Now, at that point, David's hands were clean. And yet, Nabal still, he was gone. He got what was coming to him, but it wasn't at the expense of committing murder or something of that extent. Because you go and you slay this man because he said he railed on you. He said, "I ain't gonna give you shit. I'm a rich man, but I don't give a damn." Now they bring you to the elders and the judges, and they say, "Well, you slew this man. What sin worthy of death had he committed that in that instance you were aware of that you slew him for?" "Oh, I did this good deed onto him, man. He didn't. I asked for a little bit. He didn't give me nothing. He railed on me." Well, that's. I mean, we don't know what Nabal's past was like, but a man of himself, I'm sure he has a lot of skeletons in his closet. Nevertheless, that's not. The Lord didn't want David to do that. Okay, but in any case, the Lord recompensed on David's behalf. So you got people that the Lord, no, you just leave it. People do you wrong, you just leave it. Yeah, we leave it to the Lord though. Okay, and He'll recompense that tribulation for us. But it says, "Until you who are troubled rest with us, lest the Lord Yahushai, when the Lord Yahushai shall be revealed from heaven with His mighty angels." And that's when the Lord comes back. So the Apostle Paul knew. He knew what time. He knew when the Lord came back, He was going to come with the powers and the chariots, whether you believe it or not. You don't believe in the chariots, that's okay. You're going to believe it when you see a hot red laser beam or whatever color it is coming down on you. It's going to make you a believer. Okay? Maybe you just need some heat. You need some fire. Speed up them electrons and neurons firing in your brains. But anyway, it says, verse 8, in flaming fire. Whoa, what's that talking about? In flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not God. Hold on. Whoa. Slow down. Hold on a second. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 8. What's that talking about? Let's take that to the Christian church. Let's ask them, what's this talking about? Is the Apostle Paul saying that the Lord is going to come back in flaming fire, taking vengeance? I'm sorry. What does the word vengeance mean? Maybe we're just reading it wrong. See, we're angry, but we shouldn't be angry. So what about the Lord? Should the Lord come back happy? Is He coming back happy? Whoa, vengeance. Wow, look at that. It says punishment inflicted or retribution exacted for an injury or wrong wrong. But yet Vocab Malone goes on there talking about, they're angry. They're angry about, well, why don't you ask why? Oh, they say that the oppression that's happened to their people, the injustices. Well, are we wrong? That part we don't talk about. We're just going to deal with the fact that you're angry. In any case, vengeance, right? So it says here, the Lord is coming back in fiery flame, in flaming fire, to take vengeance on who? On them that know not God, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach. If you don't obey the gospel of the Lord, he's coming back and he's going to take vengeance on you. And there will be no escape. It says, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power, when he shall come to be glorified in his saints, which are Israelites, starting with the elect, and to be admired in all them that believe, the elect, because our testimony among you was believed in that day. So what is that day? That day is the day that we are fast approaching. In this time. Okay? In this time. So going back to the video here, you see, guess what? This is going to be a reality. And it ain't going to be just them. See, their hearts, no matter how hard it was beating, it calmed down when they found out, oh, it was just a prank. Yo, don't do that. Oh my God, you got my heart all over the place, man. You know, tripping. Right? But it calmed their ass back down. Now, when this thing happens for real, it ain't gonna be a joke. You won't, oh, is this a prank? You'll hear the explosions. You'll feel the heat. So that time is coming. All right, that time is coming. There's a reason. And all these things happening in the world right now are all leading up to this. They're leading up to the MOTB, and then that's going to lead up to this. So get ready. All right, because it's about to get crazy. In any case, I'm going to end it here. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakha Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.